How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loon Train. It's JJD, JJ, Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. When I was growing up, I was about 11 years old when my dad was able to buy a used secondhand pool table from somebody he worked with. He got it for dirt cheap. The thing had definitely seen better days. And the biggest concern of mine to this day is the fact that one of the worst things you can have in a pool table is have it be a little bit leaning in one direction, so to speak. I don't know if it was warped or what had happened, but it had just a little bit of a bow in there somewhere, which definitely, would not be regulation. But at the time where we were living, we had a gigantic, like a double living room. It was a very, very big living room because the previous people that my parents bought the house from had taken away the porch, which was a big porch, and they made it part of the house. And it was all insulated and made part of the living room. So this was a big, huge room. I think out of all the places I've lived in my life, this was definitely the biggest room that I've ever lived in, so to speak. In any of the houses, apartments and stuff I've lived in, I've never seen a room that big, except for that room. Anyway, this pool table was great because it was something new to do, and my parents had recently changed the way that room was, so we didn't need like the whole room for a living room, so there was plenty of room to have this pool table in there. And I can remember just having a lot of fun, especially with my friends in the neighborhood. That came out weird, not my friends. My friends in the neighborhood, and just, trying to get good, just practicing and stuff, which definitely helps. When you own a pool table, it definitely helps to get better because you can practice anytime. We had the pool table for, I want to say, probably a good 4 years that we had it, before we eventually, it got dismantled. My father took it apart, and it ended up in, the last time I remember, it was in the cellar, in the basement. By this point, I was 16 years old, around there, and hadn't really used it in a long time. So it served its purpose. But I think the main concern was, because it had this warp in it, it just made it so any practicing you did was good for that table. But if you were on another table, your skills were a little different because you had to play differently on this table. But having something like that was great because my dad always did the best he could with what he had, and we didn't always have a lot of money, but he did the best he could to have as much as we could with what we had, and that's really all you can do. And that's the moral of today's story. Just sometimes you can't have everything, but you can have some things, and you can't have the best of everything, but you can have something. Maybe you don't have a brand new car, but if your car, gets you from A to B and is not always broken down, well, it's better than nothing, right? I mean, sometimes you just have to be happy with what you have, and you have to do the best you can with what you have. Like Jim Henson from the Muppets, his favorite expression was, "You take what you have, you take what you have, and you fly with it." And that's basically whatever you have, you just do the best you can with. I think it's a great way to look at things. What do you think? I'm off to the races. I love you all. Take care. Stay safe. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back. And before I get out of here, I just wanted to say a big thank you for coming over and watching. It really means a lot to me. If you liked the video you just saw, hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. It's 100% free. It'll help keep you up to date on all my videos and vlogs. And don't forget to ring that bell.
Crikey, what a pretty little Sheila.